Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Well, let's begin the final stretch of the game. We just have one... Oops. Oh, you're back. Well, we've got one last stretch of the game to go through. Like, there's going to be the cleanup afterwards, sure, but we are one temple away from having everything. Well, all the major things, mind you. The Gold Skulltulas are going to be the big collectible I still have to worry about. Few outlying areas still need to have their Skulltula tokens collected, but we'll get pretty close to the end of that later. For now, it is time to make our way to the final section of the game, Gerudo Valley. Now we'll see how well this goes, because we do have the starting section, which is all about stealth. So let's get outlined here. And of course, we do have the long shot, so we can make our way across the bridge with it, but come on. We got Epona. We gotta make the jump. There we go. And it feels so nice that I don't have to worry about big Poes. I've already taken care of them. There's no more left in this world. Just the regular ones. But they don't matter. I got all the things. Okay, so if I time things right... And of course, I got the Sun Song, so it doesn't really matter too much. But if I can get there just as nighttime is starting, there are 2 Gold Skulltulas I can get. At least before we go into Gerudo Valley proper. Now, another thing as well, and this will be a bit of a diversion after I do all of the Gerudo Valley things, we do have the Gerudo Training Ground to take care of. Because even though the grand prize of the ice arrows is definitely a lackluster item in Ocarina, I do still need to get the ice arrows. So I'll worry about that when the time comes. Actually, I am going to now change my boots back to regular, because I like having friction. However, boots are nice when you're moving, but sometimes I just need to stop. Alright, well that's 81. And even better, there are 2 Gold Skulltulas that are in the Gerudo Fortress area. I can only access one of them after I've achieved the Gerudo membership. So, if I can get in there at nighttime, I can take care of business like this. Okay, so now first time here, we do get an overview. Now, I actually could have taken care of this as after I got Epona, all the way back before I did everything with the Forest Temple. Like, I could have had the Bigoron sword here and not have to have dealt with the, or might have not made the Gerudo guards that I have to fight too difficult, but I could have done it. That's the more interesting part. Alright. So, I have no idea where you come from, but you must have a lot of guts to make it past all the guards around here. All my fellow carpenters are imprisoned somewhere in here. If you can get us out of here, we'll repay the favor somehow. But be careful. There's sure to be Gerudo guards somewhere around here. Watch out! This will not be so bad. I just have to make sure that, yeah, I have to make sure the guards here do not do one particular move, which will instantly incapacitate me. Come on. There we go. That's 4. That's 5. There we go. I will be better equipped for the next one. Alright, but that is key number 1. So yeah, we do have to get the carpenters out of the cage. We have to get 4 of them, and then we will have successfully joined the Gerudos. So yeah, even the carpenters are like, yeah, we wanted to have the easy life. We just wanted to get into, like, We wanted to be thieves and make it easy for ourselves. And the Gerudo guards were like, no. You guys suck. Okay. So let's get these out. Deku Nuts are really good against the Gerudo guards. No, sadly not. These guards will see you. But I just have to make some easy space to get down this way. And this will be number 2. So, yep, just another instance of the same setup. Come on, I am impatient. I know what you're gonna say. Let me fight the guards. Yes, yes, I'll get you out of here so you can rebuild the bridge that I can get across normally. Oops. Well, at least you hit me. There you go. Yep. Deku Nuts. A sleeper hit. Alright, but that's number 2. Oh, he thinks I'm a cute kid. Okay, well that's 2 guards down, 2 to go. Thankfully, I've done enough randomizers to remember where they are. Because, I'll be honest, there are times I've done this, and I have completely forgotten where the guards are, and where the carpenters are imprisoned. Actually, I have to go the other way. See, it's even easy for me to get lost doing this regularly. So we'll make it up here. Ouch. Okay, so then I have to make it over to where that one guard is. For number 3. And then it's another one of those side sections here that will be guard number 4. Now, if you are doing this for your first time and you are struggling to do this, here is a helpful tip. Do it at night. The Gerudo guards actually have less vision at night. I have seen proof of that being the case. Like, I think the guards' vision is like between double and triple what their nighttime vision is. And it's like, yeah, you can be a decent distance away in daytime, but if you do it at night, it is a lot easier to deal with. Now, in case anyone's wondering, why are you throwing the Deku Nuts, despite them not working? Because what that'll do is put the guards in a still state, and in the time that I can get into a jump slash ready to hurt them, they'll still be standing still. Now, whether or not they'll be in a guard state, that's a different story, but doing so, at the very least, I can make my way through their defenses and win the fight. And thank goodness I have not had any incapacitation strikes. Is the right way? Yes. So then you go through this one. Tip for this one, long shot. It's your friend. Oh, we get over here. The reason I wanted to do this at night, this is one of the Gold Skull Tula tokens. Makes it 83. Now, if I do this right, I need the Ocarina. I want to say this range is right. Yes! So there is a heart piece up here. Now, I believe you can do this with the hovers. Like, it'll give you enough room to hover across and get this chest. But I have the Scarecrow song, and it does allow me to get it from an easier location. And there's another heart piece. So I've got 3 heart pieces left to acquire. Like, that's insane to think about. We are just about at the end of this game here. And this has been a lot of fun. Like, I know I'm being a little preemptive in my, finish speech, but I've been having a lot of fun with this. Like, being able to... Like I said in my Q&A special, and I'm sure I've said this multiple times over, but sometimes when you try to 100% a game, like, unless you're really dedicated to it, when it gets formulaic, it stops being fun. Like, that's why I've played a lot of randomizers of Ocarina, because that allows me to have fun with the game in a different way, like a refreshing way. That's 3. Brought out the deck of nuts, but oh well. That'll do it. I'll continue my speech here in a second. So we'll just go in, do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a few shortcuts on my thing. So yes. But yeah, playing the randomizers at least makes this game fun for me to play again. But having been years since I've tried to 100% this, it's been long enough that I'm like, okay, yeah, let's give it a shot. Well, let's take some of the new knowledge from the randomizers that I've played and see how it would be back in regular Ocarina. And I gotta say, the flow has been a lot better, and I've been having just as much fun. But anyways, we have one of the Gerudos talking to us. I've seen your fine work. To get past the guards here, you must have good thieving skills. I used to think that all men, besides the great Ganondorf, were useless. But now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. The exalted Nabooru, our leader, put me in charge of this fortress. Nabooru is the second in command to the great Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo thieves. Her headquarters are in the Spirit Temple, which is at the end of the desert. Say, you must want to become one of us, eh? Alright then, you're in from now on. Take this. With it, you'll have free access to all areas of the fortress. And there we go with the Gerudo membership card. Alright, so we got free reign of the fortress now, so we can do the training grounds, which I will go do right now. I might as well. Or, hold on, I might actually shortcut this here a little bit. Have a little fun. So I am going to make my way up here to where Gerudo Archery is. Might as well do this the faster way. I'm gonna hit a wall here in a second. Oh well, still move fast. Because there is a Gold Skulltula that decides to park itself right at the end of the range on this target in the distance. So we'll get that, and then, if I do remember how mechanics work, the Sun Song should take me right back to the fortress, and that will save me a huge trip. Because this is an area with static time I cannot believe I missed. So we'll do the same thing I did when I was trying to dodge hitting things on the tree. Arrows first. Okay. So that takes care of all the Skulltulas in the fortress, and I think there aren't any Skulltulas in the training grounds? Ah yes, one of the best tunes in the game. Alright, over here. Time to get one of the most useless items in the game, and it costs us money to go in, too. So, like that's how you know. Alright, so, yeah. Welcome to the Gerudo Training Grounds. Despite what you may think, this isn't like a DLC content for Ocarina that was somehow released 20 years in the future. This is actually in the game. And the objective here is to find small keys and make our way through a maze-like structure. Like, actually, yeah, they don't even... I don't think this has a dungeon map. So yeah, we have to make our way through a maze with small keys. And the prize at the end will be the ice arrows. The ice arrows don't really have a lot of use in this game. Alright. Come on, Navi. Aha. I'm okay with taking damage. It's not like the double damage I usually take when I face you. That's why I hate Stalfos. So much damage. And I actually just realized right now that I can't fully complete the Gerudo Training Ground because I need the silver gauntlets. I need to get to the Spirit Temple in order to get the silver gauntlets. And the only reason I say that is for small keys because, well, by technicality, I do want to get all of the keys for a dungeon just for like 100% completion. So, guess what, Gerudo Valley? You will get a return visit. So, let's make our way out to the desert now. Hey, rookie. Are you going into the desert? I'll open this gate for you, but you can't cross the desert unless you pass the 2 trials. The first trial is the River of Sand. You can't walk across this river. After you cross it, follow the flags we placed there. The second trial is the Phantom Guide. Those without eyes that can see the truth will only find themselves returning here. You are going anyway, aren't you? I won't stop you. Go ahead. So yes, the Gerudo Desert here, it's got some interesting things about it. I will go over those once we get in there. We do have to wait for the gate to rise. There we go. Alright. Now the reason one would like to wait to do the desert is that if you wear the hover boots, you will not sink in the sand. It's a very nice thing. So first here we have the River of Sand. Longshot is your friend here, but funnily enough, it is possible to backwalk across this river. So you can, in fact, walk across the river. For anyone who's looking for an infinite source of bomb chews, there is a bomb chew salesman across the carpet there. But I am maxed out, so I am fine. So now we just have to follow this trail of flags. Just have to get through. Now, if you do want a tip to lower the visibility, spin attacks. Because this, I think this is the flag that I normally get caught on. Before I remember that there's one further over here. So then we've made it to the central portion. I'll just make our way down here because they do decide to have a Gold Skulltula. Gotcha. Token 85, that is 15 left to go. And I think this is... I think this is just a rupee. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Jeez, I do that in the wrong spot. That would have fallen right on my head. Yep, just a rupee. Alright. Now then. We do need the lens if we want to get through here without any issue. But the way this works... so we got a Poe hiding up here. And we can summon this Poe if we use the lens on the stone here. And then this Poe will direct us through the desert. So you might think that it's a case of, oh, this Poe is leading us down a random straight path or something like that. No, this path is something that is already in the game, and you are safe to follow this even without the Poe. What happens is there are a bunch of area load triggers around the desert, and if you hit those, then that's what sends you back to the start of the desert. So I think the Poe might do a turn here. Yes. So you can keep following that Poe, and the Poe will eventually lead you here. But if you know that this way is safe no matter what, you can just keep running. But you can actually go through that desert without the Lens of Truth or that Poe guide. And we will make it all the way here to the Desert Colossus. Now, I will do more exploration in the Colossus later on, because there's a bit of setup that will need to be done. Also, a bunch of things out here trying to get me. And there's another heart piece that we'll get with a magic bean eventually. So this one's kind of a neat thing. We come in here, we realize that there's nothing we can do, so then we'll leave. And that is when Sheik decides to show up. Past, present, future. Oh no, it's Kapora, Kapora! Quick, go into the past so we don't see him! The Master Sword is a ship with which you can sail upstream and downstream through Time's river. The port for that ship is in the Temple of Time. To restore the Desert Colossus and enter the Spirit Temple, you must travel back through Time's flow. Listen to this Requiem of Spirit. This melody will lead a child back to the desert. Funny how you know that, Sheik. So now, I'll just mark that ahead of time. But we have the final Ocarina song. Hoot, 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 hoot. No. Get out of here, owl. Okay. That is nice, though, that... Like, and I know that we keep harping on Kapora for all the things that happened in the child timeline, but it is nice that Kapora does get one last little show off in the adult timeline. Because Kapora's the guide, and as an adult, we don't really need a guide anymore. Okay. So, time to go back to the Temple of Time. We will get Child Link here and get the first half of the Spirit Temple done. And by doing so, we will get the dungeon's first main gimmick, the Silver Gauntlets. And that will let us start doing things. Quite a number of things, actually. I can finally dispel that warp in the Ice Cavern, just to get that one stray Skulltula. And there are actually a few Skulltulas that I have not gotten. Definitely in Death Mountain and Zora's River. I know that I haven't taken the time to go take care of those Skulltulas. Adult timeline, mind you. I've done the ones for Child Link. Alright. Requiem of Spirit, Desert Colossus, Part 1. Let's see how well this goes. And then once I get this done, I'll make my way back to Gerudo Training Ground, and we'll do that proper and complete. Who would have thought the ice arrows would be the send-off for this episode? Or at least that's what I'm assuming, depending on how long things take. But even funnier, this will be the last bean and the last time I need bugs, so I don't even have to collect these. I can just let them do their thing. These bugs have stayed with me for quite a journey, let me tell you. Token 86. And then I know that there are some gold Skulltulas hiding out in the wasteland here. But we'll deal with those as Adult Link because Long Shot and Magic Beans are a thing. Alright, so now we'll do this portion in here, and we've got a guest. I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? I want to see the temple. You're just a kid. The temple is no place for kids. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have to say that you're not doing anything, and then Noboru here is like, oh, good. You have nothing to do? Oh, what good timing. Can you do me a favor, kid? Wait a second. I want to ask you first. You wouldn't happen to be one of Ganondorf's followers, would you? Well, I don't like Ganondorf. I figured he was evil right off the bat, but no one listened to me. Uh-huh. You've got guts. I think I like you. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Naburu of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. But don't get me wrong. Though we're both thieves, I'm completely different from Ganondorf. With his followers, he stole from women and children, and he even killed people. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists only of women. Only one man is born every 100 years. Even though our laws say that the lone male Gerudo must become king of the Gerudo, I'll never bow to such an evil man. By the way, what's your name, kid? Link? What kind of name is that? Well, anyway, I want to ask you a favor. Will you go through this tiny hole and get a treasure that's inside? The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull very heavy things. No, kid, don't even think about taking this treasure for yourself. The silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you if you try to equip them. I want you to be a good boy and give them to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout. Only the silver gauntlets will allow me to sneak deep into the temple. Once there, I'm going to steal all the treasure inside and mess up their plans. How about it? Will you do it? Well, I got no choice. Or actually, hold on, I haven't said this in a while. I'll give you the illusion of choice. Thanks, kid. You and I, let's give Ganondorf and his followers a big surprise, shall we? If you can successfully get the silver gauntlets, I'll do something great for you. There we go. Alright, time to begin the first half. Well, thankfully, I do know a fair number of tricks. So I want bombs, that, and I think you'll do? Oops, not you. Yeah, hold on. Haha! Oh, come on. Get over here. Yes! Yes! Sometimes it's the simple things, right? Okay, so that opens up both doors. Now, I want to do a little bit of a speed up here. Because we can take a stick through this door here, and we'll get these torches lit up. Now, as long as we don't do anything to disturb those keys, we are fine. So we'll get this now. That way I don't forget. But we do want to get a chest that spawns on the other side of that gate. So we'll come over here first. Now we got our old friend the Stalfos, but we can skip it if we... Well, okay, fine. You know what? I haven't fought you in a while, and it feels nice that I can do it without taking excessive damage. I am a little low on Deku Sticks, so I'm not really doing too much. Here, I could push you off, right? Yeah, here we go. I haven't done a good fight against these Stalfos here in a while. And I say good as in one that takes time, not one that I can cheese with a big Goron sword. Okay, so ordinarily, the game expects you to use the boomerang, but thanks to a good old thing known as hitboxes, you can just eke the side of that switch with a slingshot. Very handy if you just want to get through here quick, because you do have enough time, if you aim it right, to get the switch hit before the Stalfos comes and takes you out. Now, as I typically do when I do this room, I skip all of this platforming nonsense, and I just say, burn! Like that! Now, of course, if you really want to do the puzzle the right way, you just get the Anubis to the other corner because it mirrors your actions, and then you just hit the switch from afar and burn everything. Alright, Spirit Temple acquired. Now, just because... Oh, go ahead and I'll do this. Now, because of how I sped things up, I don't actually have to do this. But if you were doing this the right way, you'd come through here, you do the... you do the silver rupee puzzle, which then lowers the bridge here, and then you take the torch over and light the torches. But that way, it kind of speeds things up, and if you're not trying to do every single thing, that is one way to speed it up. Okay. I still remember Master Quest. One thing they'll have you do, because Adult Link can actually come this way based on the door's location and how it's normally open. So what they did is they'll have a rusty switch on the other side of that door that Adult Link has to come down and get to open up a chest with a small key in it. Which I think is very creative. Like, that is one thing I really think is awesome with Master Quest Spirit Temple, is that they somehow took the concept of you have to do this dungeon multiple times to a new logic of you can come in as Adult Link and do some things right away before you have to come back as Child Link. But they make it so that there are more things that each of the ages has to do on the other's sides. Oh no, I've taken an extreme amount of damage. I have to be careful. Okay, so just, I think... Yeah, I've already opened that. I just want to make sure that these chests don't contain anything that I'm gonna miss. Bomb shoe, okay. This one's rupees? Yeah, just a rupee. Yeah, they certainly do have more, quote-unquote fake chests when it comes to the later dungeons in this game. I know somewhat soon I'll be seeing the only ice trap chests in the entire game. Maybe not in Spirit Temple, but definitely in Ganon's Tower. But here we go. We'll get the dungeon map out of the way. Now, I can't do anything here, right? Correct. That door opens up another way. So can't do anything on that other half at the moment. Let's go take care of this. Yes, and can't do anything there because that is Scarecrow Song. Alright, now if I do remember... Oh, I hope I can time this right. Here, we'll make this a little less bothersome. Now, if I remember how I normally do this, I think I cheese the flames. 1 and 2. And now I light up you. Okay, that just brings the chest in. Yeah, now I remember this. The silver rupees light up the central flame. The central flame, you then use Deku Stick to light the torches, and you get the chest. The sunblock here is the one that you have to get into the light. Now I remember. It's annoying having to push this thing. There we go. Yeah, I do remember Master Quest as well, playing off the puzzle there. Imagine every one of those blocks having a sun face on it, and you have to guess the right ones. Even funnier, I think you have to actually keep some of them in the sunlight to keep their effects active. You certainly make it a master quest. Okay. 1 and 2. And now I'm going to collect you. That's token 89. We are almost within the final 10. Now, I don't think... Yeah, there aren't any hidden chests here. That's on the other side. Okay, here we go. First appearance of the Iron Knuckle. Now, I did not pick up Neru's Love, so I'm curious to see how well this'll go. I don't take extended damage, but the Iron Knuckles still hurt. Now this is where I have gotten really good at practicing my Z-targeting jumps. There we go. Kept up the nice rhythm. Alright, well with that, we have gotten through the first half of the Spirit Temple. Oh. Ooh, hey, what's up, Link? You thought I left? Too bad. Surprised to see me? A long time in this world is almost nothing to you, is it? How mysterious. Even I thought that tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time was merely a legend. Link, you have fully matured as an adult, even though you are still a kid. From now on, the future of all the people in Hyrule is on your shoulders. Maybe it's not my time anymore. Here is my last advice. 2 witches inhabit this temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic power against them. Hoot hoot! Do you want to hear what I said again? I give you an easy way out. I will continue to watch you. Hoot 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 hoot! Well, there we are. And with that... the Silver Gauntlets are now ours. To give to Nabooru, obviously. If you wore them, you would feel power in your arms, the power to lift big things with this button. But these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you promised to give them to Nabooru. You should keep your word. If only it were that simple. Hey, where are you taking me? Yeah, let me go! You fiends! Ganondorf's minions! Link, get out of here now! These witches, they're using black magic on me! It's funny how Kume and Kotake just didn't realize, hey, wait a second, she's talking to someone, let's, like, find out what's going on. Maybe they just think that, like, oh, what can a kid do? But, seriously, take care of all threats when time happens. Okay, I wanna... yeah, there's no way I can make that jump. I was actually curious enough to try, but it won't work. Anyways. Well, we've done our business here. We have got the Silver Gauntlets. So now, I can do as I said I was going to do, the Gerudo Training Ground. So let's go take care of that. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I think this is the last time I actually needed to turn into Child Link. I don't want to jinx things, but I do think I have got everything. Alright, well... sadly, we do have to walk to the Gerudo Training Ground. However, by walking, I will actually go and take care of one tiny little thing just to get it out of the way right now. And that way I don't have to do slightly more backtracking than what I'm probably going to end up doing anyways. And that is to actually go towards Ganon's tower here for a second. Now we will get a cutscene here, as this is the first time in here, and we're like, what the heck happened here? Now I know this is meant to be more of a, you just came out of the Temple of Time, and you get to see something like this. But at the very least, it still feels like a regular cutscene, and it's just like, oh my goodness, Ganondorf, what the heck did you do? So there is one Gold Skulltula over here. I did kind of overlook it for a while because I knew I'd get to here eventually. But that does make token number 90. 10 left in the entire game. Now, fun factoid for anyone who has played this game before but may not know this. When you enter that area, the game is automatically set to nighttime. It doesn't matter what hour of daytime you'd be at, it is automatically set to nighttime. And that just helps create the night sky effect that is in Ganon's Tower's area. So as you can see, it is already nighttime for me, so that... Oh, actually, never mind. There's an oh, wrong one. Oops. Whoops, that had to be the last note I needed. Better hit this right. Okay, so that extended my knowledge of that. Because I thought if it was nighttime, it stayed nighttime. But no, that actually just automatically warps you to the first minute of nighttime. So, hey, look at that. I learned something new. So you might be wondering, well, what good does that do? Because A, I've got the Sun Song, and B, I don't really have a need of managing my time of day anymore. If you do want a way to manipulate it to nighttime, and for some reason you don't have the Sun Song, that is one way you can do it. One of the examples that I've used it for before is if you go into there, turn it to nighttime. It is the first hour of nighttime. That means Dompe would be out in the graveyard. So you can go do that, then go back to the Temple of Time, turn yourself back to a kid, and then when you leave, it will be nighttime. And not only that, the first hour of the night. So for some reason, if you have the Nocturne of Shadow, you can book it over to the graveyard, and you would have easy access to Dompe's game. Now, I just happened to catch it before. I'm just going to go ahead, play Sun Song, let it be midday of the next day, because I do need it to be daytime for Gerudo Archery, which I just realized it would probably be wiser if I did that first. So I'm going to actually go see how terrible my accuracy is and go do some Gerudo Archery. Now, objective with the archery game is I need to rack up a certain score threshold to win prizes, one being a piece of heart, one being an upgraded quiver. I sadly have to play this game twice. I don't get the luxury of getting a really good score and doing both at once. So I have to hit 1,000 points out of 2,000 for the first round, and then hit 1,500 out of 2,000 for the second attempt. Let's see how long this takes. I'm not terrible at this one, but it can take a little effort. So let's see how this goes. Jeez, I really should take time to line up my shots and then just like go crazy. Oh, nice, that actually worked. Okay. So not bad. I got the first prize. And that's all I needed, was just 1,000 for the first prize. So there we go. That's a hard piece. 2 left in the entire game. But I need 1 more run. So 1500 is the new goal. Let's try it. I will say, I do love this particular song. Like, if they wanted to make riding on horseback fun, they achieved it with this song. Okay. 1790 is still possible. That's just a complete miss. Ah. Okay, I'll say this. This game's quick enough. I'm just gonna play every attempt out. Why not? If it gets really bad, I'll cut away for a bit. But I can do this. I say as I do terrible. $16.10 is still doable. Like, that is one thing that I've seen a lot of people who play this game do, is if they can line up a really good shot, just blitz. Like, just fire, 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 and you'll get something for your trouble. Do it right, and you get a bunch of bullseyes. For me, it's just... I take my time on these pots. Get a good 700 going. Okay, not bad. 1820 is still possible. Jeez, that didn't even look like it was going to go where I thought it was. Aha! 1500 acquired! Just took a few attempts that time. I wouldn't say my accuracy's terrible, but I got it. The largest quiver. The final upgrade item I needed too. Alright, well, Epona can stay there. I don't really need Epona at the moment. Alright, now then. I said I was going to get this done. Let's go and do it. Time for the training ground, round 2. Too bad we have to pay our way in again, but... it is what it is. 10 rupees. I don't need any more money. Alright, let's do this for real. So we'll go... I tend to go this way first. So there are 9 small keys in this dungeon. If you can do things right, you only need 7. But we are going to get all 9. So this is the one thing that tricks you. I did that right. There we go. Now, there are also wall masters in here, too, if you see the shadows. So it can get a little scary. No, I forgot. Hover boots are not your friend here. I need to unequip those. Go. Oh, I think it was further up. Yeah, I think it was further up that way. So we'll do it. Right, that's why I didn't see it. It was hiding. Oops. Aha! It doesn't have to be the fire temple to get hit by those flame walls. Alright, so that's where I needed the silver gauntlets. Was that boulder, or not boulder. I've seen boulders. That is not a boulder. Oh, I was about to say, I missed your tail. How did I miss your tail? One of with a few instances of white Wolfos. Okay. Brings out another chest. I think this is a small key. Nope, just arrows. Oh. Oh, that was close. I almost, I had quite a jarring experience with that door. Ba-dum. Okay. So for anyone who can tell, this is an invisible spot that I am completely missing. I can do this. There we go. I'm doing this first because this switch opens up the door behind the block. Now you can come at it from the opposite direction and you would see this. So one with silver hands has to do this. Now this is, I didn't really show it, but this is the same weight of block that is blocking the adult portion of the Spirit Temple. So that's how you would know. So in here we've got a bunch of likes. Now they are conveniently in a location that does make it difficult to hurt the likes. But thankfully, stabbing, crouching with your sword is one way to deal with them. There is an ice trap. Thought we weren't going to see those to Gan's Tower. Also, there's an invisible chest here, and that's the one with the key in it. I just happen to know that one. Because they bring a couple other fake chests in here. But that is your hint to be like, wait a second. There's 2 chests in these holes. Why isn't there a chest in the other one? I don't really need money, though. But thanks for maxing out my wallet, I guess? Alright. I can do... There we go. Alright, so here we got the rotation room. Here's a tip. Come over here and play the Scarecrow song before you jump down. Because for a long time, I tried to summon the Scarecrow from the lower portion and failed. Because the Scarecrow, you can't get the Scarecrow to hear the tune from the lower ring here. Okay, so we just got to shoot these Cyclopses in their eyes. I totally failed on this one over here. Oh, come on. That should have worked. So that also brings a chest down here, which is what we want. So that should be key number the 3rd. But thanks to having already summoned our Scarecrow friend here, we can get back up here and open in here. And that's another key. So tip and trick with this one, as you can see, there's another room over here on a gate that we can climb. You look beneath here, we've got the maze that we will be coming through soon, and the big chest, so that's how you know it's the room. But you see that there is no entrance. Your tip with that one is use your Eye of Truth. And I will definitely be showing how that works in a moment. Okay, so now that we're up here, we can make our way onto the lower ring again. But this time, we exit through here. Now we just have a bunch of things to deal with in this room. Which is basically Fire Temple. How much do you remember? Gotcha. Also, thanks for the magic. I do need that. And a shocking twist, I am running out of magic. So we do get another chest over there, but we do have that one chest hiding in the Ring of Fire. So let's do as the Fire Temple did. And lower the ring. There's our key. Key number 5. Now again, like I did say, there are 9 small keys in this place, but you do only need 7 to complete the puzzle, or the final puzzle with the small keys. So, for some reason, if there are challenges you can't do, you can skip. Now, I have to remember... Because... Did that work? It did work. Okay. For a second, I thought there was another switch. So, cross the sea of fire and collect the silver rupees. So, we'll just go ahead. We'll do that. Alright. Let's get the hover boots going here. So, yes. Now then, with our Ocarina, bring out the Song of Time. It's a good thing they do that, because there is, in fact, one other use we'll have to use the Song of Time for in another room. Just go over here real quick. There's one rupee hidden behind a ring of fire. We just have to make our way over. Oh, come on, Link! Don't fail me now! So we've opened the door. Thankfully, we are looking right ahead. I should probably not be on this platform when the ring of fire spawns back in like it just did, and I was stupid. Alright, now that I'm back on more solid ground, let's just go over here. So this little area over here, in the underwater section, I think I've affectionately heard this referred to as the Gerudo toilet. And yeah, I guess it is kind of a awkward game, even more so, because we have to bring back the iron boots. Woo! I wish I could do this as effectively as I do in randomizers, where I can just constantly take the boots off and ride the waterways. Oh, I completely missed that one. I guess I'll just go ahead and swim around and get this one then. There we go. That one's an easy one, I guess. Oops. Nope. I must be allowed to breathe. So I'm going to go ahead and play this just a little bit simpler. And the reason for that is I can't do what I normally do. Actually, just time to like focus here for a second. I can't do what I normally do and quick swap the boots off without constant pausing. So the actual gimmick with this is hookshotting yourself in proper locations to get the silver rupees. So once you've aimed yourself right, you do the work. Oh, I think there was just one more, according to the chime. Is it the same setup? Yes. Gotcha. I guess I gotta land first. There we go. Okay. That takes care of probably the stupidest puzzle in this place. And for our trouble, we do get another small key. I mean, in fairness, if you can bear it, it is one of the simpler puzzles. Alright. Hover boots, you are back online. Grab this, we'll come over here, and there is another key just hiding right up here. Ain't that just awesome? Now, for the astute explorers, this little section here is actually the backside of this little maze area. To put it simply, there are two ways to go through this maze. There's the correct way, which takes the 7 keys, and then there's the incorrect way, which takes you to this little back area. So you can still get all the chests and not use your small keys. Okay, so that takes care of that. We have one more combat-oriented puzzle to deal with here in a second. I will take my bombs out, because I know that there is a Beamos hiding right there. Okay. Quick spins! They are your friend. Okay, combat puzzle taken care of. That's key number 8. Now again, I did say there were 9 keys, but we have gone through the entirety here, so now we will make our way into here, and we will be able to acquire key number 9. So we just have to go this way. And I guess you can use the sound of the torches as your hint, but you just have to go up this gate. And there is the final chest. Now I guess I'll just put my regular boots back on here. I do want to be able to move with friction again. Friction is my friend. Now they do have a couple other mini chests along the way if you can bear having that prize. And you want to know what I just realized? There is one heart piece that I still need to be Child Link for to get. And I can't believe it slipped by me. We still have to do the chest game in Castletown Market. Well, I guess I have one more reason to turn into Child Link. I guess once I finish up in here, I will see if I can't use Faroe's Wind, because that would help. I'm fairly certain the restriction of being able to only use Faroe's Wind in the dungeon map dungeon is still in case, so I'm going to have to think about that. But there are the most useless items in the entire game, the ice arrows. All we can do is freeze things. What can it freeze? Well, a lot of things. But, yeah, its uses are very, very niche. Alright, I am going to check this real fast here. I cannot! Okay. So, with that, I'm going to just take a quick trip back in time. We're going to get that heart piece taken care of because... Aw, you mean I have to actually leave you? Oh, why are you so restrictive? Not only is your dungeon big reward sucks, the dungeon itself sucks. So, let's just leave. We never have to come back here again. We can keep those 2 small keys in our inventory. We don't need to use them. It's kind of nice to say that I got the ice arrows and still had the keys to say I did every puzzle. But let's get out of here. And I'll make a quick trip back in time. We'll get that last heart piece. Well, second to last, I think. And then, for sure, I shouldn't have a need to go back in time. Man. And here I was doing a really good job of just making sure I, went through all the things and just keeping a mental note of how things were going. And it turns out one of the starting areas was the thing that slipped by my mind. Alright. Time to become Child Link once again. Thankfully, we don't have to go too far, though. I can't just warp to the game, mind you, but I can at least turn it to nighttime and we're good. I will get the lens out, because that is why you would need it. Kind of a shame you can't use the lens in the Temple of Time. I thought you had the free access to do whatever you wanted with it. Alright, so we'll just come over here real quick. Make this a little simpler, because that's the door there. The game's only open at nighttime. So if we just go ahead, make that the place we entered the area from, Sunsong will keep us right here. Like that. Alright, time to play the game. So, it's basically just guessing on coin flips. Now, here's what I typically do. I just always guess left. It's like trying to guess 5 heads in a row. So, everyone, place your guesses now. You can either make your own comments for them or just keep them in your mind, whatever works. We're going to play a little game. Let's see how close you get. I'm guessing all left. Here we go. I would lose right away. Woohoo! So, first one was right. Okay, there's a left. There's another left. I almost want to see one more right just to, like, validate, like, having to use this. What is wrong here? Ah, there we go. Okay. 3 for 5. Even split. It is funny that it's basically just like winning a bunch of coin flips is what gets you this heart piece. If you're very lucky, you can get it. But I've got the winner heart piece. Okay. Well, I can't use the Ocarina, sadly. Oh well. Alright, well with that, there is only one more heart piece left in this world. I have just about got all 20 hearts. Because there is the one final heart container on the Spirit Temple boss. So that put me to 19, and then one final heart piece to 20. So we're just about there. We've almost got every single item in the game. But we do still have a little bit more work to do. So we've got the final Skulltulas, we've got the Spirit Temple, there's a couple other key items that I need to collect, but we are just about at the end. This is it. So as I make the final pull of the Master Sword here, I will be taking the break here. And then when we begin the next episode, which I am for sure going to say is the finale, we will begin the final journey through the Spirit Temple. And Ganon's Tower will be next after that. So hope you look forward to the finale, which will be on the next episode. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.